Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is today? Tuesday, December 7th. Good morning and welcome. Welcome. We're going to get into some affirmations today. We are in the last leg of our third series of affirmations. We have been dealing with being worthy of joy, which has really been focused on just exploring and expanding, connecting with things that bring love and light and prosperity and abundance and good things into your day. Good morning, Mom. Good to see you hop right on right away. So we're making our way through our I'm worthy of, we made our way first through our, how about I say one word at a time? Okay, we made our way through the I'm Worthy of Love series. We made our way, which was focused on, giving and receiving, having a reciprocal exchange of positivity. We made our way through our I'm Worthy of Peace series, which was really about boundaries and balance, and the I Am Worthy of Joy series has been a lot about expanding and increasing. So, I really have been enjoying this series, and we're on the last leg of this portion. So that being said, let's get into today's affirmation. So I actually did not even pick this one ahead of time and get a chance to look at what we're gonna do today. So let's see what we're gonna do today. Today's affirmation number 7 of 10 in this series is: I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. I'm going to take a sip of water. Let it marinate. I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. Seems so simple, right? Seems so simple, right? Yeah, of course I'm worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. Who isn't? People think they aren't. The first thing that comes to mind when I read that out loud was the word depression. We are in December, and though this time of the year is supposed to be filled with love and joy, and it's the holiday season, so we got Christmas and Hanukkah and a whole bunch of other holidays in this time period that I don't necessarily know about or celebrate, but everyone is in a celebratory mode at this time of year. There's lights everywhere, there's sparkle, there's whimsy in the air. But in the midst of all of that, we also have cold in the air. We have wind in the air. We have seasonal depression in the air. We have shorter periods of daylight in the air. We have lots of things that are working against us emotionally that are happening at this time of the year. Why? Because as human beings, we are not really built to be outwardly productive for the entirety of the year. Your productivity in the middle of June does not look like it does right now. And the weather alone, the wind chill alone, I looked at it was 9 degrees. 9, like this many degrees. Why did I have to make sure it was the right one? It was this many degrees this morning when I checked the weather before I sent my son out into the world today. Mom said it just started snowing here. It snowed here yesterday. The roads were a little slick. It's that time. And with that being said, that depression that sadness, the loneliness of not having family around, or not being able to move around as much as you want to, or being isolated because of the cold, being emotionally isolated because of being triggered by all of these things at this time of the year. When you are in a state of depression, it is very, very difficult to seek joy. But regardless of what type of state of mind you are in, I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. I am aware that some of my affirmations can be a little bit ableist. They can be a little bit, some of them can be a little bit privileged because depending on how you're trying to seek your love, peace, or joy, or your balance of the things that you need to get involved with or escape from, may only be possible if you have certain resources available to you, or if you have certain mobility available to you. But this one in particular is probably one of the most universal affirmations that I have, and it can apply to anybody in any situation, regardless of their mental, physical, emotional, or spiritual state of well-being. I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences, regardless of where I am, regardless of what I'm capable of. I'm worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. One of the symptoms of depression is lack of interest in the things that you normally enjoy. And that is why this is a very important affirmation for people who have general depression, or people whose depression creeps up in the winter months because of seasonal depression. And when you start to lose the interest, when you start to lose the joy in the things that normally bring you light, you also retreat from them and stop doing them because they're not providing what they normally provide. But I'm here to remind you that it's essential, it's very important, it's dire almost, that you continue to engage in those things, or you engage with them in a way that is intentional, so that they can continue to bring joy, so that they can be catalysts and avenues and roads to bring the joy back into your life. Because if it's a thing that you generally enjoy, but your brain is just in a state right now that's unable to enjoy it to the capacity that you normally enjoyed it, it can be the very avenue that will bring joy back. Engaging in those things, making yourself engage in those things that normally bring you joy, having experience, allowing yourself to be in the presence of people who are positive, allowing yourself to engage in things that have historically proven themselves to be, or have the potential to be a positive experience, can be the things that bring your joy back into your life if you have lost it. But you have to be aware that you have lost it, or that you never had it in the first place, in order to be conscientious and intentional about bringing it back. I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. So I said that this exists outside of ableism, and I mean that. I talk about community a lot. If you have someone in your community who has a mental or physical handicap, and they are limited in the ways in which they can engage with this world, be it that they cannot go out in public on their own, or they need help, getting in and out of the chair. I don't care if it is, they're just limited in their mobility because they cannot walk far, or if they have full, are basically in a state of infancy because they need everyone to do everything for them. Those people are still worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences within the realm of whatever experiences that they can have. Story time. There's this young lady, and I really wish I remember her name right now, who is an influencer on TikTok. She is hilarious to me. She has a sister who is physically disabled. Not really sure what the situation is, but she cannot walk on her own. She cannot talk on her own. And they recently threw her a series of activities for her 16th birthday. They dressed her up really pretty, got her hair and her makeup done, new outfit, and did a photo shoot. They did a breakfast at Tiffany's theme birthday party for her, and invited a bunch of other young ladies her age and younger and family members over for it. Was a beautiful brunch. They had a fashion show. They did a runway situation during that event, and that family made sure that despite the fact that that girl may or may not even be fully engaged in the moment, regardless of what her understanding and comprehension of this entire experience was, they made sure that they surrounded her by love, peace, and joy. They made sure that they engaged her in activities and gave her positive experiences, despite whether or not she can connect with them. Because they're not sure what she can connect with, but they are aware that she's alive. This goes back to my I'm being worthy despite my productivity that we talked about last week, a couple of affirmations ago, that you don't have to be financially productive in this world in order to be worthy. That young lady is worthy of everything that her family desired to give to her. If she contributes nothing to that family but her presence, because she cannot, but her inherent self-worth, being part of their community, makes her important enough that they pour into her. They pour love into her. They pour positivity into her, and they surround her with positive experiences, regardless of whether or not she can fully comprehend them, despite whether or not she can fully engage with them. Because just in case she's taking any part of this in, they've made the experience a positive one. Why? Because we are all, you are, we are all worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. We are. Even if you have a past in which you've done things that maybe you should not have, and you're trying to change, and you want to live better, you're worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. If you're poor and you don't have much, you're worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. One of my favorite things to do when my son was younger is find free things to do around this city. We'd go and look at the Christmas lights downtown, catch the bus, and walk through. Why? Because it brought joy. It brought levity. And it was a positive experience, regardless of whether or not I had money in my pocket. We did it, and it made us happy. Some of the best memories that you make with people is stuff that don't even cost anything. The kiki and deep belly laugh that you have with your best friends when y'all are just being yourselves. That's a joyful experience. That's a positive experience. Those are memories, yes. Creating memories. You're worthy of creating memories, actively creating those memories in your life. I'm worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences, especially if you haven't had a positive life. If your mental, let's talk about some inner child work. If your mental is filled with nothing but negativity from your childhood, you're worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. I give you permission. Matter of fact, I give it to you as an assignment. Go back and relive something that you didn't get a chance to experience from your childhood and put it in your life as a positive experience. Yeah, be weird, be goofy. I don't care if you got to wait till next October and then get dressed up and go trick-or-treating because you couldn't when you were little, or it was always weird or some sort of disaster. I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. And if that means I got to go back and relive some of my negative experiences to make them positive experiences so that I have a catalog of good memories to ride on. When you washed my hair and pampered me. Oh, yes. I'm finna tell on my mama right now. She don't be letting me do stuff for her when I be feeling like doing stuff for her. But I be like, girl, if you don't sit down and let me lotion your legs, ain't nobody scared of you. Or your ass. Let me do it. And I made sure I put that H on there real hard at the end of ash. I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. If depression is getting in the way and telling you that you don't deserve to do things, that you no longer like things, that you shouldn't go somewhere, tell it, Satan, get thee behind me. And you go live your life. Go do things that seem weird, seem goofy. Go do some stuff that you may not even necessarily like, just for the experience of it. For it to be something new. And maybe you'll love it. And maybe you'll hate it and have great comedic material for later on. Who knows? I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. Sometimes that means you have to allow the positive experience to come in. Sometimes it means you have to create the positive experience in a fullness by yourself. But you're worthy of living a joyful life and having a positive experience. Straight out. I'm worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. Whether I've had them before, whether depression is hit, whether I'm not able-bodied or in my full mind to completely enjoy things in their fullness, I am worthy of living a joyful life and having positive experiences. So we're gonna go on out. I think that's all I got for that one. I'm gonna go ahead and take us on out in prayer, and then we're gonna have a good old day. Father God, the creator, the knower, seer, doer, beer of all things, we come to you thanking you for the blessings of another day, thanking you for giving us access to things that bring us joy and allowing us to recognize the fullness in those things and the necessity in those things. We ask that you cover us. We cover our minds so that we may be open and receptive to joyful experiences. We ask that you open the door to joyful experiences so that we can walk through and sit in the levity and the light of the peace and the love and the joy and the prosperity and the abundance and the comfort that you have for us. We thank you for the community that you brought together with us so that we may help one another have joyful experiences, have loving experiences. And we ask that you cover us and that you continue to allow us to just access the joy of the Lord. Amen. Amen. I say. All right. So I like that one. I hope y'all like that one too. But if you enjoyed it, obviously, like I always say, the first thing you can do to show your appreciation is to just carry this message with your heart and let it guide you throughout your day. And if you feel like somebody else could benefit from this messaging, then go ahead and share it with them directly or share it on your timeline so that everyone you know can access it. And then, of course, if you want to show me a little bit of financial appreciation for my time and effort, you can go ahead and hit my cash app, #, Moesghetti, just like my name. Buy me a coffee or buy me a car, whatever's in your pockets and whatever in your heart. I appreciate the $1, $100, $1,000,000, whatever you got. I'll take it. But of course, I don't do this for any sort of fame or fortune. I'm just trying to live my purpose on purpose, and that is to spread light into dark places. With that being said, I hope you have a joyful day. I hope you get to experience something positive in today. I hope you get to experience, I hope you get to experience something positive today. And I hope this was a positive experience. So I'm going to go.